Hey, so it's week 7 since I've had my surgery. So 7 weeks, nearly 2 months this week since my surgery. I didn't do a video last week because there wasn't much really to report after I had that other incident where I went in the dentist and got that other problem solved here. But I have got the same thing happening on this side now. So at the back on this side, I've got a sharp piece of tooth coming through, or remnants of teeth, I guess. I went in on Wednesday and had a scheduled appointment with them, and showed them the piece of tooth that fell out. He said, yeah, that happens. What it is where the tooth was, the socket where the tooth was, it's the remnants of the socket or the bone, and it'll just eventually come out. It's starting to hurt a little bit more and more on this side now, but if I rub my tongue on it, it's sharp, but it's not really affecting me at this point. It's probably going to get worse over the long run, but I'm just guessing it'll fall out like the other one did. Nothing I can do about it, just got to deal with it, but it's not really affecting me at the moment, so that's good. So yeah, there wasn't much to report last week, so I didn't bother making a video. I had an appointment this week on Wednesday. I went in for a checkup. Had an adjustment done on my top bridge because it was uncomfortable up at the top here and was hurting my gum. So they did a bit of an adjustment on that. Pulled all the sutures out of my top lip, so I've got no more sutures in the top lip anymore, in the top gum. It hurt a little bit actually, but it's alright. So yeah, that was done. Doesn't feel really weird now when I pull my top denture out anymore, so that's good. I'm actually leaving it out at night now, sleeping without it, let it heal a bit quicker, which is good. And the other main thing they showed me was the cleaning, what I've got to do under my bridge. So when you have this done, one of the most important things is cleaning. You have to make sure you clean around your implants pretty good and regularly, otherwise you'll end up with an infection in your implant, and if an implant gets an infection and it fails, then you're up for quite a lot of money to redo an implant or have it fixed. So hygiene becomes a really big thing with implants after this, more so than I guess with normal teeth. I guess the normal time for a person to brush their teeth is, I don't know, anything from 3 to 5 minutes normally, morning and night if you do it morning and night. So with the regime that I've got to do, it's probably 15 minutes morning and night, so half an hour a day. So you brush your teeth as normal, and then you have to floss underneath the bridge. You would have seen that in the thumbnail that I put up for the start of the video. So you have to floss underneath the bridge around all the implants. So you've got 4 implants, 2 at the back, 2 at the front. So you've got to get it underneath the bridge and do either side of both implants at the front, then go in at these sides and do the front and the back one, and then around behind the back one. To get the floss in, they give you these little blue things that you thread your floss through and feed it underneath the bridge, hook it out with your tongue, and away you go, clean away. So that's a little bit of a weird feeling, but that's okay. It doesn't hurt at all, and just a little bit fiddly, takes time to get used to. And then you've got to use this thing. It's called a water pick. And they gave this to me. I rode down actually for my last visit, so I had to ride home on the bike with this in the box. It wasn't much fun. But yeah, this thing's interesting. It's a weird feeling in your mouth. It's got interchangeable tips in it. You can take the tips out and put new ones in and different types, and it's got a few different settings on it. But so far with this thing, I've used it 2 nights and I've managed to power wash the mirror and my ceiling fan more than I have my mouth, I think, because it's going to take a bit of time to get used to. Like it's got some grunt to it, like it may as well be a pressure washer. It's crazy, but it's interesting. It's an interesting feeling in your mouth. I actually jumped in the shower and used it last night, and that was good because then you can just have your mouth open and just go for it. But the idea is to get it under your bridge and shoot all the leftover gunk out from underneath your bridge, food and all that sort of stuff, and all the plaque. Plaque build-up is the biggest problem, and that's what that's designed to do, is get rid of the plaque. So yeah, that's an experience. I'm actually gonna look at getting a different attachment, maybe one that's got a hook so that I can get in and behind, because when you do the back side of the bridge in behind it with this one, it's really hard. You've got the thing up here, and if it's not full of water, it doesn't have any water in it, it doesn't pump anything, and so yeah, a bit of a different. I might even get one and play around with it, try and melt it around or something. I've seen that done on YouTube. So yeah, that's pretty much where I'm at the moment. Is that's what I'm going to have to do now for, well, forever, I guess, is maintain the cleaning hygiene. And I guess when you look back at all this thing, like 4 minutes a day to brush your teeth is not much, is it? Like 4 minutes in the morning, 4 minutes at night, just do it. I'm stuck with doing, I'm spending half an hour of my day now actually maintaining and cleaning. So yeah, it makes so much sense to look after your teeth. Anyway, things are good. My next appointment's in a month. The next one's going to be interesting. That's where I get to choose my final. I may get the temporary top bridge next visit. They're not 100% sure yet. It'll depend. The doctor has to look at my implant scans, and I guess next visit they'll have a look at the implants again and see how they're healing and progressing. And if they're right, I'll get my top bridge put in, which will be really good to get rid of this denture. But the next one, yeah, I get to choose my final teeth, so I get to choose the makeup of them, the colour, the shapes, pretty much everything to do with the finals, and then they start making those, because that's a pretty lengthy process. It's a titanium plate with the teeth on it. It's a lot smaller than the bridge that I've got in at the moment. So that's a pretty in-depth visit, the next one in a month. So yeah, that'll be good. Looking forward to that one too. So yeah, the journey goes on. We're all good.